When I was growing up, the family that lived next door to us had a maple tree in their front yard. In the spring, their son and I loved to play with the maple seeds. You know, those spinning seed pods that everyone calls helicopters. Actually, back then, I called them whoopty-chopters, but I digress. We would climb into their tree in search of the perfect whoopty-chopter, you know, one that would take the longest to fall because it was spinning so fast, or one that would drift the farthest as the spring breeze carried it along. It was great fun. We blanketed the whole neighborhood with them. Looking back, it's incredible how easily amused I was. Now, things are a bit different. I have little time or patience for those nuisance seeds. This is what my front yard currently looks like. And I'm fighting an uphill battle with my yard, and it's just the beginning. This is what my gutters look like every spring. And neither of those pictures are from the side of my property that is closest to the nearest maple tree, which isn't even mine, by the way. So you can see why I have little time or patience for those nuisance seeds. And yet, there is still something that is awe-inspiring about them. In the beginning, when God created everything, He told Adam and Eve, among other things, to be fruitful and increase in number and fill the earth. Then in Genesis 11, we read the account of the building of the Tower of Babel. That's when people decided that they didn't want to spread out and fill the earth. They wanted to stay close together and build a name for themselves. So God disrupted their ability to communicate, gave them different languages so that they would spread out. God apparently didn't have that problem with the animals. They just dispersed like they were supposed to. But how do you get stationary objects, such as trees, to be fruitful and increase in number and fill the earth? Well, the be fruitful and increase in number part, our creative God handled by making them in such a way that they would just produce seeds every year, and thus new trees. And as far as the fill the earth part, I think you know where this is going. Our God is so imaginatively creative. He made seeds that could be carried by the wind and transported far across the land in order to ensure adequate dispersal. And while we're focusing on God's creativity, did you know that there are more than 100 types of maple trees alone? He is creative and extravagant, worthy of our praise. Even if you can't be thankful for the maple seeds, or dandelions, or mosquitoes, or any other prolific nuisance from nature, at least take a moment and thank God for His extravagant creativity. Without it, you and I wouldn't exist.